here at J-Tech, and we're going to talk about power flow and manual transmission. Right now, you can see that transmission spins freely. Our synchros here aren't engaged to any of our gears. So right now, as the engine would turn, this would spin and you wouldn't have any output. Once you take and slide the synchro here, what it's going to do is it's going to slow down this gold ring here, which is called a blocker ring, and it's going to match the speed of this gear to the revolutions of the input shaft. Once that's done, so slide over and we'll engage this gear. Now our power is going to come in, it's going to drop down here to our first reduction. The power is going to come across here to this gear and come up to our first gear. Now that this gear is engaged, spinning the output shaft, which is going to send our power out to the wheels. You can see how that spins in first gear. Also, once you do have the gear engaged, you can see that the input shaft and the output shaft, they spin together. Now, once you're in neutral, the output shaft doesn't have to spin. The input shaft will spin. It's right inside here. The input shaft will actually rides just inside the output shaft on the needle bearing. So, first gear is here. Second gear would be to take this slider here, slide it over here, and engage into second gear. The same thing. The input shaft and output shaft spin together now that this gear is engaged. Our power's still coming in, coming down, second gear, and going out to the output shaft. Now, you would have the same thing with third gear and fourth gear. The difference here being, once you're in fourth gear, you have what's called direct drive, because the gear ratio between coming in and going out is usually 1-to-1 on most manual transmissions. You won't have the power coming into the input shaft and dropping down to the counter shaft to come up, because we're just going to go straight through. Is that sliding the synchro over to fourth gear locks the input shaft and the output shaft together, and the power flows straight through. Going back to neutral, the other gears you have that would sit, this would be the side of the manual transmission where the extension cover would be. You'll have fifth gear here where the synchro will slide over and it would engage fifth gear, which would be your overdrive gear. Once that synchro slides, get this to slide back over. Alright. Get that to slide back over to neutral. You'll have on the other side here, it's called a sliding gear, and this is a spur gear, which usually gives you a little bit more strength. This spur gear here is the idler gear for reverse. It'll slide over and it will engage these two gears here, which is going to be the reverse gear in your counter shaft, where your power is going to come into the input shaft. It's going to drop down to your first reduction, come across the counter shaft, and go into this output reverse gear, which is also spur gear, has a straight cut. It's going to be a little noisier, but it's going to give you a lot more of the power you need to go in reverse. Once you've got that idler gear slid over, you've got those two gears engaged, and that will turn to give you the output for reverse. And of course, we'll slide that gear back over, and that will put you back into neutral.